Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's your boy, DJZ. And I want you to check out my man Cody over on YouTube at Rasslin Rage. Check his website out, r2youtube.com, and give them a follow, give them a subscribe, give them a like. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh! This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Hello? There we go.
Hey.
Wow. Maybe it was working the entire time and we just didn't know it. All right. Sweet. What's going on? Welcome to the show. I am your man, the dude, the one, the only, Cody, host of Rasslin Rage. The gentleman wearing the hat to the right of me is the owner, operator, and official sponsor of Rasslin Rage, Happy Harper Ice Cream, the man, the myth, the legend, White Bart Army, Happy Harper, Joshua Harper. What else are you known as nowadays?
Well, I mean, you have another alias up there, but if you told people that, then I couldn't hide from DA. So,
Oh, you don't want me to tell him?
well, then he'd know.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, nobody knows who that is.
Right. Okay. So welcome. Yeah. Nobody knows.
No one's ever recognized me immediately.
Welcome back to the show. Please tell us what this hat you are wearing is all about, sir.
It's to make sure that my mind is kept safe from all the people that don't know the truth. Because right now you have all those people that are trying to run into Area 51 when they should be going into Area 52. And Area 52 is where you find out that WWE is AEW.
Oh my Lord. Yo, got to tell someone about Jack Perry today. What do you got to tell him about? What are we telling him? What's going on? Tell me. What do we got?
Just like in general.
I mean, what do we?
He's an awesome dude.
Okay. All right. But so with Josh on the show, we announced it last week that, Happy Harper is an official sponsor of Rasslin Rage, and you brought over a new flavor of ice cream, but it's not completed yet. Right? That's what you said.
Oh, now that one, that's a secret because I have to get wrestler approval on it.
That's not approved yet.
Yeah, that's not approved yet. I have to get approval.
Oh, so that's like like VIP stuff right
Exactly.
there. Oh, that's what happens.
That's the special sponsor flavor.
No, I like it. But you brought over some suplex shogun. What is it called? What do you call it?
Suplex Shogun ice cream. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's delicious. It's the perfect ice cream, and it makes everything. Got the hat falling on. It's the perfect ice cream, and it makes everything else just not as good.
Yeah, it is. It's like crack, I do have to say. If you haven't had it and you haven't ordered any, you need to do that. Now, with that said, you can head on over to Happy Harper Ice Cream on their Facebook page. It's actually at Happy Harper Ice Cream. If you type that in, you will go right to their page. So make sure that you smash this like button on this video here. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, scroll down in the description and click the donation link. You can donate $1. You can donate 50 cents. Well, I don't know if you can donate 50 cents, but I think you can only donate up to $1 or something like that.
You can donate $100. That's an option.
That is an option. That is definitely an option. And you would be amazing if you did so. So that's cool. Now, you can also go down there and you can find WWE Shop. Or you can go in there and you can buy yourself a T-shirt over at WWE Shop. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you want to get yourself an AJ Styles shirt. Who knows, Or you can go over to Highspots. Maybe you need to buy a ring skirt. Maybe you need to buy a canvas. Maybe you want to buy a turnbuckle. Who knows? Maybe you just want to buy an old DVD. They got them on there as well. So you can check that out. Also, we have T-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/Rasslin Rage. Check it out. Rasslin Rage T-shirts are available on ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage. Just click the link in the description to visit our store on Pro Wrestling Tees website. Every shirt is 100% cotton and available in sizes up to 5X. Show your love for Rasslin Rage and get yours today. Yeah, you can definitely head on over there to get one of those. I know, Josh, how many different T-shirts do you have for Rasslin Rage? Do you? Two? Okay, so I didn't know that the black one with Rasslin Rage was a long sleeve. I just assumed.
Oh no, mine's a short sleeve.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, I normally prefer short sleeve shirts.
Oh, okay. All right, well, rock on. Okay, so yeah, definitely head on over there, ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage. You can also go /Weaponized Alex Weir. He's got T-shirts over there too. Cody Hawk, I believe, has T-shirts on there. Jungle Boy has T-shirts on there.
Everyone's got
AEW has everything on there. New Japan. There's a lot of people that got their stuff on there, so you can definitely check that out. Rasslin Rage has Facebook and Twitter at Rasslin Rage. I'm also on Instagram. I'm not exactly sure how that one works yet, so just look for Rasslin Rage on Instagram.
That's because you're old.
Oh, yeah, well, come on, man. Oh, don't say that. No, I'm not old. I'm a dude. I'm a good dude. But this week came and is already gone, but you can go back and check these out. Sabrina Kyle versus Laurel Cassidy. That was on Monday. In my interview, I called it a conversation with Kid Bullet. And apparently, you said earlier you haven't watched it yet.
I have not gotten a chance to watch Kid Bullet yet.
But, what?
It's Bullet.
Bullet? Okay. Kid Bullet. But no, Kid Bullet. So that was this week. But next week coming up, which is going to be pretty sweet. Check this out. Coming up next week, my interview with Isaiah Bronner, the 7 Mile Destroyer. I actually called that an interview with the 7 Mile Destroyer, Isaiah Bronner. So there's that. And the big match between Thunder Kitty LaFleur and Shauna Reed for the XBW Championship, which I'm still don't know what's up with that. Like, 1 minute she is the champ, then they tell her she's not the champ. Now she's still the champ. I don't know.
I'm not the biggest fan of Shauna Reed, but she's had the belt. She's carried the belt. She's defended the belt multiple times. She's the champ.
That is very true. So, listen, guys, check those out this week, and then you look forward to the following week after that. You're going to look at some highlights from the Wrestling with a Vet match, which we're going to talk about a little bit here in a little bit, but you can look forward to that. And then you'll also be able to look forward to my interview with the War Boy, Drake Jacobs.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I want to say I am really, really excited about I really want to be honest. I was a little nervous going into that interview, and rightfully so. I don't know why, to tell you. I guess I was a little intimidated. I just know where he's been. You know what I mean?
Everywhere?
Right. And there's some history there. He wrestled for Heartland Pro Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? They're down there when Cody Hawk and all that was going on. And he talks about that a little bit. So, I was a little intimidated, but, he is a really cool dude. And we sat and we talked about a lot of things and, what wrestling was for him, where a lot of guys, it's just, it's like a thing they do, something they want to be. And, it's, something, there was more to that. More.
He seems more like one of those people where it's not, wrestling isn't something he do. Wrestling isn't something that he does. It's who he is. And that's
everything
about him.
Right. It's his core fiber of who he is. And it's, I don't want to give too much away, but it's something different for him. And, you really got to listen to the interview to find out what I'm talking about. So,
he was born from the wrestling.
That's true.
It's actually his father. He's the chosen one.
Now, we're not going to get we're not going to talk about every independent show. We're going to talk about the independent shows that are coming up this weekend, and we're going to talk about XICW that we see. We're going to talk about the craziness that went down at the Hot Rock. So when we come back after this sweet intro thing here.
Mr. Fitness Slim Trim the Supreme Ultimate Athlete is here to say tune in Friday nights 8 p.m. on YouTube. Rasslin Rage with Cody. Don't miss it. Twinkie Power.
All right, yeah. So definitely want to check out Rasslin Rage every Friday, 8 p.m. Look on Mondays and Wednesdays for our uploads at 10 a.m. in the morning. Mondays and Wednesdays. So, as Danny Beals out there said, XICW was lit. And this was the truth. And, you know, let's start it out with, first of all, the bad news that happened, right? So, little Noah had some, some health issues and he passed away. And it was the day of his funeral, and everybody was pretty emotional. Emotions were high. We got to see one of the emotional sides of DBA that we don't ever get to see. Right. Jamie Cox, and I mean Jamie Cox was we all seen it. I put a big post out when I got home, and I kind of understand. I didn't lose my child, but there was the possibility. And so I get it. Right. I do get it. And boy, did I know you've seen it, but man, the tears were flowing, my friend.
I don't think there's a dry eye in the whole place by the end of that show.
Yeah, it was very emotional. And, at the end, when everybody was doing the memorial to him and they were all putting their bandanas over his belt and all that stuff, that truly, truly emotional. It was an insane show. The wrestling with the vet match was freaking amazing, and I'm not gonna give details on it. We're not gonna say who won the match, and you didn't even get to see the finisher in the video, but because that's
exactly.
They make special announcements for when I show up, so
it's not necessarily for you. They just shake your hand and then stare at you while they say
Hey, whatever. I'm not mad, dude. I'm on the map. That's all that matters, right? But it doesn't matter. But it was a great show. I had a blast. How about that weaponized Alex Weir taking that dive off the U-Haul?
That was absolutely insane.
Did you stayed inside? Didn't
you?
You went outside.
I was gonna stay inside, and I got outside probably about 3 seconds before he jumped off.
Yeah.
I was outside and everyone was looking up. I'm like, what's everyone looking at? Why is Alex up there? And then he came down. It was interesting.
Yeah, there was a couple spots that, there was the one where him and DBA came off the U-Haul. There was the Superman where they launched him into the chairs. There was the double suplex or whatever you want to say that he did off into the chairs.
Oh yeah, that was
with both the guys from Lotus.
I'm really surprised. Like every single match was just so far above and beyond.
Insane.
And I'm really surprised everyone walked out of there that night. 3 different times I think I was like, well, somebody's dead.
I want to know why DBA hates Alex so much. It seems like anytime there's a fight, DBA and Alex are going at it every time.
I mean, I could give you an answer, but I don't know if DBA watches the show. And I'd like to be able to go back to XICW.
I mean, I think he's all right. I don't know if he watches the show, but I he's probably got better stuff to do.
Right. Well, it's one of those things of I'll say the present. Let's go with the present. Always hates the future. And that's I think
oh,
that
you
might
think
be
so?
a little bit of what it is well, I might be the old guard, but I'm going to make sure that the new guys know how to do it properly. And that's one of those things.
Oh, hey, Joseph. Nice to see you. Hello, sir. Nice to see you guys. Yes. Walking Tide Pod. Yeah, that's Josh gave a new nickname to Electric Ely. He is now Tide Pod, and they cheered it, and then he laughed at him.
Which I cheered him though.
I'm looking for someone to ride along to MPWA New Breed on. Well, I believe he said he'll probably go, but we're going August 3rd. I think it is August 3rd. It's a Saturday down there, and I'm going to sit down with Electric Ely and talk to him, and talk to him about just breaking into the business and training at the House of Truth and all that stuff. So that'll be fun. Now, Horse Slam is running right now. Matter of fact, they're doing a double header. They're doing a Divine, which is the all women show. They're doing a Divine show, and then afterwards they're doing Horse Slam, which is like straight up death match, crazy stuff. Not my cup of tea, but hey, I'm not going to hate on those that do like it. But that's Briar Wellington. I want to give a big shout out to those guys out there tonight. Rock the socks off all those people out there and all the ladies out there. Hey, Mr. Craig, I see you out there. Craig, I ain't seen you in a while, buddy. Nice to see you again. Hello, Mr. Andrew. How you guys doing tonight? Taylor, Danny Beals. Nice to see everybody. And then Saturday, these guys, I don't know much about this organization, but I'm going to put it out there. They have this show on Saturday. How do you say that? Do you know how you say that? Buchanan? All right. So UWF holds Battlefield in whatever he just said, Michigan. Scheduled to appear is Heidi Katrina, Jack Price, Aaron O'Ryan, and Tommy Vendetta, along with many, many more. Tickets are just $15 for the front row, $12 for GA. Not bad. I'm not sure exactly where that's at, but hey,
$15. It's worth it to check it out. I mean, Heidi Katrina, Jack Price, Aaron O'Ryan. That's a stacked match.
Yeah, $15, brother, $15. And Sunday, a free show, another free show by International Big Time Wrestling. Now, International Big Time Wrestling, this is the second show this month, free, that they've done. One they did at a festival thing, and then this one is going to be at the L Club in Detroit, free. Now, even though it's free, you still need tickets. You got to go. You can go to the L Club box office, like the actual place, or you can go on lclubdetroit.com and get your tickets there. But it's on Sunday. Make sure you pay attention to the times. I believe it says 2 p.m. is when the doors open. They start it real early. It's in there right now. So it is free. So go check that out. And you can see on there on the flyer, there's a lot of guys MM3, Nate Matson, Isaiah Bronner. I mean, look at that. Movado, Mysterious Movado, Atlas Hightower. A bunch of good dudes on there. So you definitely can check that out. Free, you can't get upset about that for sure, if it's free, it is definitely me. That is for sure. So yeah, good stuff. Couple good shows coming up. That's all we're really going to talk about for Indies. That's all I could find. I mean, I know there's UWF, but that's next week, and that's in Cadillac. So we'll talk about that next week probably. All right. What do you think about that?
That sounds like a good deal.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to talk about All the Rage. That's where we talk about news, stuff, whatever, stuff that happens in wrestling.
Everything going on.
Everything. And you never know what we'll be getting into. Bam. Yeah, so the transitions are working a whole lot better today.
Yeah.
I looked at those and got those fixed up. So All the Rage, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure. Now, Evolve's 10th. Now, you said you watched Evolve and you didn't watch Fight for the Fallen.
Yep.
Okay. And that was just because
I was hoping to see Aquabra.
You wanted to see Aquabra. And I was watching both. I'm going to put this up there. So there we go. Okay, so I watched both, and like I was talking to Jason earlier today. Jason Worth, big shout out to Worth, another supporter of the show. He doesn't typically watch live on most nights, but he does catch the show on the flip side. Him and his wife and all the kids over there, all 500 of them. No, I'm just joking.
Only 499.
Well, if you include the chickens, I mean, right, the chickens and all the eggs. But I was watching both. But I want to talk about Evolve right now. It was kind of difficult for me to focus on both, but it's not like back in the day on Monday Night Wars where you'd switch and only focus on that one.
Right. And you go back and forth.
Right. I was trying about,
I spent years thinking Undertaker was on WCW.
But we did see Jeff the Ref right out in the beginning, in the ring in his tuxedo looking spiffy. Looking spiffy. And then he did ref a couple matches. I know he ref the women's match where Shotzi Blackheart, who took that nice dive into the chairs that I've been posting the past couple days. So there was a great show. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about was Paul Heyman coming out there. before the JD Drake Austin Theory match, confirming everything that I've always said about Austin Theory, that he is the future of professional wrestling. But the fact that, he made it a point to say that he wasn't invited, and then they boo, right? And he's like, well, it's because I don't usually accept this, and I wanted to be here. And then when he says, because 5 years from now, when you're looking at this, you're going, I was watching the future of professional wrestling. That says a lot, And then Austin Theory ends up getting the W and unifying the belts. The WWN title and Evolve title are now unified. Matter of fact, shout out, part of the WWN, the man, he's wearing a shirt tonight, Mr. Cyrus Satine, is on FIP tonight. He's got it's the WWN tryout standout match or something like that. So big shout out to him. He's wrestling tonight. I just remembered that and wanted to make sure before I forgot, give him a shout out. I did reach out to him and give him a good luck. Another good match, Matt Riddle versus Drew Gulak.
I think that was the best match of the night. That was good.
I like both the guys. I'm not a fan of Gulak now. I was more of a fan of Gulak back when he was back in the day, back when he was in the Indies. Same thing with Riddle. I mean, I still like Riddle. I think they've one of those things. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But
I mean, you got to be when you go out every night and you're doing everything that you can do to try to get to a certain point. But once you get into Evolve, and you had Paul Heyman, you had Triple H, you had a lot of big names that were there watching these people. You got to pull out all the stops, but at the same time, prove you can do it without getting hurt.
True.
So that's why I feel that they kind of backed the matches up just a little bit to say, this is something I can do without you having to worry about, am I going to break an arm? Am I going to mess up my knee? Am I going to get a concussion? I can do this 3 times a week, every time you need to do this.
That's what he's got a page for. If you tuned in at the right time, you'd have found out that information. We ain't going back. We're going forward. AR Fox and Leon Ruff won the tag championships. Pretty cool. AR Fox actually trained Austin Theory. Not only that, Leon Ruff is from Detroit, Michigan, and it was pretty sweet. And if you didn't see, Aquabra posted that it was pretty surreal to see somebody like AR Fox, who's a veteran and trainer, go in, set up the ring, win the tag titles, come back out, tear down the ring, and go to the next show, just like everybody else.
Right.
There was no...
I've been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
I'm a main eventer. I'm on the card. It was... I mean, I'm sure he wrestled for one of those... He wrestled a lot in promotions where it was, this is what you do, this is what's expected of you, and it's how it is.
Yeah, for sure. So then Adam Cole and Tozawa in the main event. Nice stuff there. Adam Cole and Tozawa wasn't as good as it could have been. I would have liked to see Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle a little bit. That's me. That'd have been a great match.
And I think I was just a little burnt out from Matt Riddle and Bullock, so it's like, okay, the bar's here now, and I'm kind of tired.
There goes again.
The bar's here, and I'm kind of tired now, so
right.
I have to go back and rewatch it when I'm more awake, see if I enjoy it more.
Well, and then you didn't watch Fight for the Fall.
I did not. I have not actually watched AEW yet.
You, sir, are fired.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was a big weekend for WWE, so it's all a win.
It was a big win. It was a big for wrestling.
Right. Wrestling that's owned by Vince McMahon.
No, it's not. Still, my lord. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Fight for the Fallen. Like I said, I was watching both, but it was really hard for me to do. I mean, the gist of it is, so the Young Bucks defeated Cody and Dustin.
Sure.
All right. Omega defeated Cena. Those are the big ones, if you ask me, like through in the main. And then Jericho beat up Adam Page a little bit and talked some smack on the mic, basically.
I mean, that's just what Jericho does.
Right. It definitely wasn't the caliber of the previous ones, Fyter Fest, Double or Nothing. All right. But it was all right. Now, to me, what was even bigger than that was the there was the big check at the end that they donated to the victims of gun violence. And then there was the statement that was put out by Cody Rhodes basically saying that, like, you can't counter AEW because the rumors are that, all of a sudden now WWE is going to put out programming to counter AEW pay-per-views and or weekly shows that they're going to do on TNT. And then basically it's a revolution. So, and then he asked the people in the crowd when they go to TNT, are you going to come with us? And they still haven't announced official day of when they're going to run on TNT.
I wonder if they haven't officially decided yet, or if there's a reason why they're trying to keep it tight under wraps. But...
Well, you never know. You never know, But it's definitely good. It's definitely a great time to be a fan, if you ask me. Now, something I wanted to talk about a little bit. Now, this is ridiculous. Okay, this kind of perturbed me a little bit when I found out about this. All right, so the weekend of All Out. Okay, they're doing. They have StarCast, which is pretty expensive,
right?
Already, if you're going to All Out and you just do StarCast, you're still going to spend a buttload of money. Okay, so they announced the Young Bucks are going to do a meet and greet All Out weekend at Pro Wrestling Tees store in Chicago. $75 for the meet and greet for both of them. Pretty cheap if you think about it. I mean, for two.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I've spent more for less. So
yeah. Okay. Well, then now it's put out. Now it's put out that Kenny Omega is gonna do one, and you see the price on that.
That's. I was really kind of hoping that was a typo when you said
no. That's
Young
not
Bucks
a typo.
are charging $75. I thought, oh, okay, that must be where the 75 comes in.
Now listen, okay, I like Kenny Omega, but I'm not spending $75 for a meet and greet for Kenny Omega.
It was hard for me to justify the $60 I spent on Shawn Michaels, and that's Shawn Michaels,
right?
I'm not spending $75 on Kenny Omega. Cut that in half, it'd still be hard for me to justify it.
Okay, now there's that, right? You're marketing yourself. You're marketing AEW. You're marketing your pay-per-views. You're marketing all this stuff as an alternative to WWE.
Right.
Then don't charge WWE prices for autographs to your fans.
No.
That's going to turn me off quicker than anything.
Especially when a lot of their people... The good thing about AEW is that they're bringing up a lot of these people from the indies. They're bringing people from foreign countries. They're introducing them to the American audience on the whole for the first time, really, for a lot of these people. Kenny Omega's huge in other countries. He's not really huge in America yet. And you're charging Hall of Famer prices for it.
Right.
You want me to spend $15 more for Kenny Omega than I did for someone where I grew up watching him. I grew up with him entertaining. I could tell you his stats. And, when I met him, I sat there and I said, well, you did this and you did this and you did this and you did this. I remember you growing up my whole life. And $60, I was like, that's the water bill,
Mm-hmm.
$75 for a dude I've seen never.
Well, and it's like I tell people, okay, because you're a Comic-Con guy.
Yeah.
You go to Comic-Con, so the prices, you always are going to pay more for autographs at a con. Always. Because there's a premium on that, because they're not only are they getting their rate, but the con is paying or getting a piece, or whatever. So, Great Lakes Comic-Con out of Macomb at Macomb Community College. Met Hacksaw Jim Duggan and JR. Okay? $20 for an autograph and a picture with them. Both.
And that's a really good deal, but that is JR. If you sit down right now and you close your eyes and you picture any wrestling match, it doesn't matter who it is. You could picture Alex Weir versus Aliens. Who's doing commentary on that match?
JR.
JR's doing commentary on that match. It doesn't have to be a real match, or it could be a match from the past, the present, the future, your fantasy. It could be Ed Stark versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. JR's doing the announcing in your head.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah,
$75 for Kenny Omega?
It's too much. It's just too much.
$75 for Kenny Omega. He better come to my house and do my dishes.
Right. Well, and we've all had to learn the hard way. I mean, I was an idiot and I spent some money on some autographs back in the day, but I'm not spending. First of all, I'm not driving to Chicago just to go get Kenny Omega's autograph, and I'm not spending $75 to travel to Kenny Omega or to Chicago to get the stupid thing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you say they're charging WWE prices, it's not true. Fully true. If WWE comes into a town and they have a big event going on, it's normally a thing of, oh, well, hey, John Cena's going to be at the library reading books to kids, and a little bit before, a little bit after, he'll be signing autographs for free. If Nikki Bella's doing a store opening for a new Birdie Beach store, they're going to be doing autographs for free. When you go into fan access, you pay the ticket for fan access, but the tickets the autographs you get in there are free. It's not, hey, come to Chicago, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Stay at the hotel you need to stay at, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Buy the tickets for the event, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Oh, while you're here, go to this other store and spend another $75 to get Kenny Omega's autograph. No, that's not even WWE prices. That's insane.
Yeah, and they need to get away from this if they're gonna make it, because the people don't want to see it being about money, because that's gonna turn me off quicker than you can say what.
Right.
You know what I mean, that's just me though, personally. Now here's another one here. Love Jim Ross. Anybody that doesn't love Jim Ross is a communist. So and then
Even communists love Jim Ross.
true.
In Mother Russia, you announce JR.
Right. Shh. We have nothing to do with Russia on this show. Anyways, big announcement: CM Punk coming to StarCast 3 in Chicago. So you know what that means, right? That means that
money.
That could be possible.
AJ's book sales didn't do that good.
No, that means that the rumors are gonna start to flow.
Oh,
right. He's coming to AEW. He's coming.
As they said, oh, we're going to Chicago. He's going to Chicago because Punk's gonna be there.
Yeah. So here comes the rumors, and just having him on StarCast. Just having him on StarCast is going to make the pay-per-view numbers go through the roof.
Because everyone's going to watch, because they want to see when CM Punk runs out and attacks someone. Who's he going to attack? When's he going to attack?
Yeah, for sure.
But he doesn't have to. They don't need him to, because everyone's going to watch to see if it happens.
Yeah, I wonder how much this dude's going to charge. Because even though you have this is what I don't like about StarCast. This is my personal gripe about StarCast. You pay for a ticket to get in the door. An ungodly amount of money, right? And then you still have to pay per autograph, per person that you want to meet.
That's insane. Absolutely.
If that's the case, then you make it a $10 ticket to get in the door, and then I pay the $20, $30 per autograph. I'm sure they're charging like a con.
Oh, he's going to be at least 50.
Oh,
if you're lucky, 50.
If you think Kenny Omega's charging 75, how much you think that dude's going to charge?
Well, do you know why Kenny Omega's charging 75 and he's going to be at the Pro T Wrestling building? Because he wanted to do it there, but they would have laughed him out of that building, so that's why he had to go to a different one.
Well, I do believe that the $75 gets you a T-shirt too.
Ooh,
a new T-shirt or first dibs at the T-shirt. I don't know.
First dibs would make me more angry. If you spend $75, you get first dibs at spending another $35 on a T-shirt.
Well, I could see it happening though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very well possible in this day and age, especially with all these money-hungry people in the business nowadays.
That being said, though, if CM Punk does pop up in AEW, I'm instantly. They've got me. Sold. That's it. CM Punk's in. Oh, I'm watching.
Now, this is all the WWE I'm going to talk about, even after Extreme Rules, because I didn't even watch Extreme Rules.
We were at XICW.
It
was on our way home that I realized, oh yeah, there was a pay-per-view tonight.
Well, I mean,
what do I pay my $9.99 a month for? If
I
I'm
did
not watching
hear
the pay-per-views?
I did hear that the Ricochet AJ Styles match was pretty good. I'd check it out.
But Undertaker was the first match. Did you know that?
No.
Undertaker and Roman Reigns tag teaming against Shane McMahon and I think whoever he's teaming with. That was the first match. Undertaker. Undertaker's either the last match or the second to last match, or you don't have him on the show.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I really don't. WWE, man. It was definitely. Oh, he must have watched it. Just FYI. Train from Poho to Chicago runs 35 on average, so you can get at least there, then go back on everything else to the event. Yeah, no.
But the train leaves at 3 in the morning.
I'm good. Why do
I know that it leaves at 3 in the morning?
No, why does she know how much a train to Chicago? Oh, yeah.
Because she wants to go to Chicago.
She has family that lives in Chicago. I forgot. All right, anyways. WWE has announced a Raw reunion. Gee, I wonder who's hurting for ratings. Listen to these names.
It's everyone.
They're going all out, man. Here we go. You ready? Here, this is a Raw reunion show. Here are the announced names as of like 3 o'clock today when I wrote this. Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, woo! Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle, Sergeant Slaughter, Christian, Ted DiBiase, Bischoff, The Boogeyman, Jimmy Hart, The Hurricane, Santino Marella, Jerry Lawler, Devon Dudley, Booker T, X-Pac, Mark Henry, Mick Foley, Pat Patterson, Gerard Briscoe, Lillian Garcia, Alundra Blaze, Kelly Kelly, Rikishi, Ron Simmons, The Godfather, Road Dogg, Melina, Triple H, Jillian, that was a given, Jillian Hall, Eva Torres, Jonathan Coachman, Caitlyn, Alicia Fox. Why does she got to be put down there? And Candice Michelle. Isn't she part of the roster?
Alicia Fox is still part of the roster, yeah.
I don't know why they had that listed, but whatever.
See, but you have a list that big. My brain just starts thinking, okay, well, who's not going to be there then? I noticed Christian's going to be there, but Edge won't.
Your mom, our mom, one of our moms, anyways, says the train leaves at 6:20 a.m.
I thought it left at like 3.
They must be going to Chicago. I'm not. I pick up on these hints. You know this, right? I've already fell asleep. Fell asleep at what?
From knowing the reunion show is just going to be a bunch of people coming out.
I
They're
got
going
you.
to talk for 5 minutes. They're going to do their finisher, spend 3 minutes in the ring going, as everyone cheers them. Then they go back and they do a sketch. We might get 2 matches in an entire episode of Monday Night Raw. I'll probably still watch it.
That's nothing. I'm not.
There's too many people. I have to.
I really just don't care.
I understand.
And even still now, like there's reports coming out now that the initial thing is that Paul Heyman. Okay, so we know that Paul Heyman is the executive director of Raw,
right?
Okay, but Bischoff is not the executive director of SmackDown. He is going to be working in corporate, and he's going to be like the direct liaison between corporate officials of Fox and corporate officials of WWE, because that's what he specialized in when he was dealing with TNT or TNN or with Turner and all those guys. That's, to my understanding, that's what they're saying. He's not going to be the booker on SmackDown.
So he's the secretary.
Yeah. He's the guy. He's not the booker. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, you know such a thing. He ain't planning on doing that. You're planning on going there. You ain't got to lie to me. All right. So anyways, check this out. This is kind of bad news, but Harley Race has been hospitalized, according to what I found out. They're not really giving out a lot of information on what happened, but he was on his way to like a fan expo thing in Knoxville, Tennessee. And they're not saying what happened, but he felt ill. He went to the hospital. This was on Thursday, and he hasn't been released yet. So he's still in the hospital. They're not, and they're saying because of privacy, they don't really want to release too much information.
Right.
But any appearances that he's been making, they're canceled, and basically that's all we know.
One of those things you gotta hope he gets better.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I only DVR Raw anymore. I don't even do that. Heart attack, Cody. Colt Cabana, yeah, is that what it is? Is that what they said? Colt Cabana announced that he's ending his podcast. They will not be posting weekly episodes anymore.
So spot open.
There is.
Rasslin Rage is going up.
Right.
Going up.
There will be archives on the Patreon account that he has, and he will possibly post new episodes. But he's saying he's no longer going to do a podcast format like he was doing previously. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe that could be because CM Punk is countersuing him. Who knows? Those two just need to take a break from each other.
Where's the fun in that?
I don't know. But it's that time. Where did the tinfoil hat? He took it off.
It fell.
It kept falling off.
Yeah.
So yes on race. So Craig says that it was a heart attack. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on it. So with that said, it is that time of the show for legit. I really did not think that with what we had, we were going to go this long. I thought we were going to be really early.
Hey.
But I guess we jaw-jacked enough.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not. Come on, man. What are you talking about? Okay, anyways. It's that time of the show where we talk legit wrestling questions. We already had one asked before that. We hit that. Well, let's see here. Where is it? Where did that thing go? There it is. Legit wrestling. What? Somebody screenshot that.
That's going this way now.
It's hilarious. When we come back.
You would think something that could be molded so easy would stay in place, but
that's great. Oh, legit wrestling questions. That's where you can ask us questions about wrestling. It's got to be about wrestling, of course. You can't ask us about ice cream. Well, if it's a wrestling favorite ice cream, you can ask. That's going to be a thing now. Is that what you're going to do from going forward? Is all wrestling flavors?
not all wrestling flavors. It's just, there are certain wrestlers that, I mean, you get flavors that just kind of yell out. I had to do Shogun. That was easy. It's a lemonade-based ice cream. And, I mean, outside of people keep saying it's crack cocaine.
It is crack.
Because you just kind of sit down.
I got to ask, do you got a friend in the neighborhood or something that you cut some good stuff up?
Hey,
or what? Like, are you
make
like
a profit the way I make
are
a
you,
profit?
somebody's bringing them in the kilos and you're chopping them up and re-rocking it or what?
I mean,
if you need any help, I can hook you up.
All right. That sounds good. I had a friend that bought the Shogun ice cream, and I said, two different people said it's crack cocaine. He's like, okay, I'll buy a pint. So he bought the pint, and he sent me a message later. He's like, I thought you were joking, dude. I need you to bring another pint to work tomorrow so I can buy more.
I'm telling you. Dude,
So good.
when you brought that over, was it last week?
Yeah.
Last week you brought that over, and I am not kidding you. I am not joking. I brought it downstairs. I sat down, and I had a little spoon, and I went, oh my effing God. And I mean, this is awesome.
Oh yeah, I made it, and I'm like, okay, when Melissa gets home, I gotta give her some of this. And I ate most of the batch.
That's when you know it's real good.
That little cup that I gave you is about as much as she got. And then I was like, okay, all right, no, I gotta make another batch. And that's the batch that I took to Shogun. And when I gave it to Shogun, he's like, I hope you're happy with yourself. Because now I have to drive to Port Huron to get ice cream from you on a weekly basis. I'm like, I'm going to take that as you like it then.
Good. Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
The next wrestler flavored ice cream is going to be Alex Weir, weaponized Alex Weir. That's the one I'm working on.
It's just going to be called weaponized Alex Weir. I mean, like, did you sweat in a bucket and you make ice cream from it? Or
well, that's how it's Alex flavored.
I'm not sure anybody's going to want to eat that.
I didn't type it, so Taylor can't ban me for that.
Well, she can't ban you when you're not typing.
Exactly.
Because I can unban you, because I'm the ultimate moderator. I'm the admin. She's just a mod.
So you're mom. So she'll do something, and I just have to call you, Mom! Taylor banned me!
Yes, Shogun is like crack, I just want to tell you. So, other fave moments from XI show, Taylor asks.
The entirety of the Shogun versus Jack Price.
Jack Price.
Because I was so positive there was a real possibility Shogun was going to lose. I absolutely toward the end, because Jack Price had the 4 suplexes, and Shogun had gotten his 5, so he could go for the win. But when he went for that pounce toward the end, I was absolutely positive Jack was going to reverse it, turning into a suplex and win it. And I was holding my breath, and then he did the pounce and got the 3. I was like, okay, cool, I can breathe again. That was a really close, really, really good match.
Yeah, outside of matches, was when the old timer grabbed the mic, and got on the mic and started talking about, you know, having kids, and that's, you know, that right there, you know, that I was like, dude, you guys have no clue. You know, I mean, they're not trying to be like that, but I mean, I was just like, yeah.
When you have a kid,
it sucks, man. It does. And then to ever go through something like that for anybody, I would never wish that on anybody. I really wouldn't. And I hope that nobody ever goes through. But yeah, definitely that was his, that was mine. Yes, that match. How high do you think okay, good. I'm glad I read that one. How high do you think AEW will go? All right, will go. Okay, woo. Sorry. Man, it's all in what they do. I'm going to tell you that right now. Here's my thing. I'm already not liking I like what I'm seeing on TV. But if I see a whole bunch more of this whole $75 crap,
yeah,
you can kiss my white you know what.
They've got all the momentum in the world going at this point. If I'm afraid it might turn into another WCW situation. WWF didn't win the Monday Night War. WCW lost it. They had everything, and then they just dropped the ball. There's a lot of people that are frustrated with WWE. They're frustrated with what they're putting on TV. They're frustrated with the way they're acting. They're frustrated with the same matches getting shoved down our throats when we don't want to see them, and they're not that good.
Right.
So AEW is popping up, and it's a thing of they're giving us new people. There are a few, hey, you know who this guy is that are in there, but most of the roster is full of indie people. It's full of people from other countries. They're giving us a fresh perspective. They're giving us fresh matches, fresh styles of watching it. If they don't end up becoming a huge thing, it's because they messed up with $75 autographs, and that's going to be the thing that pushes fans away from it.
Yeah, I mean, if like MLW, I talked about when Arabella was on the show. MLW announced their first pay-per-view ever. $19.99 is what they're going to charge for their first pay-per-view. That's a reasonable price point, if you ask me.
Right.
For a company that's popular but not at that level. I have a hard time when, say, Impact, for instance, when you go to Fight TV and they want $49.99 or $39.99. I'm a little.
It's harder.
It's harder for me to pay that for Impact.
When you start thinking that's the water bill.
Right.
That's groceries for this week or something.
And even like WWN. If I want to watch an Evolve pay-per-view, I think it's like $10-15. You know what I mean? That I'd rather pay that.
Right.
You know? I don't know. I don't really. I think they can make it and they can do it, but if they start making it, if they're gonna start charging $40-50 for every pay-per-view, people ain't gonna buy. People ain't gonna buy. I can tell you that right now. You gotta give them something to watch, and you gotta give them a point, a price point that they can afford.
Especially
that
charging
makes it
that
worth
much when you don't have a weekly show. Also,
well, even if you did have a weekly show, charging $50 is too much.
Yeah. Well, how much does WWE? I mean, granted, I've been on the network for so long, I have no clue what they
Well, it used to be
now,
$50-60 back in the day.
Well, I know the last time that I ordered WrestleMania, it was I think $89.99. And that's when I was like, I can't keep doing that. I was having friends that came over and I was charging them.
Well, yeah, you
know,
got
like
to.
I'm like, no, if you're all coming over, like I'm
now they wonder why they made black boxes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Oh, I had the black box.
Well, I had the digital cable filter thing.
Yep. And then I also used to tape it and then I would go to school the next on a VHS to show my age. But I'd tape it on a VHS. I'd take it to school the next day, and I'd rent the tape to people for $2. So it was, yeah. I should probably find out what the statute of limitations is on that before WWE comes at me. We're gonna have to come at you for WrestleMania 15. It seems you didn't pay for that.
That's great. What match was that? It's so insulting to the fans that supports them, the real passion for what they do. Very, very true. Very true. So listen, don't forget that you can get t-shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/Rasslin Rage. Maybe I'll have to make up another limited edition, huh? Because you were talking about it, and Master Weir's the only one that got that one.
Yeah, I know.
But
I waited too long, or else I'd have it.
I'll have to make another one or something. We'll see. But there's announcements coming soon. I'm not going to put it out there yet because I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a line and we got it all rolling. And it's not going to be just me. Not going to be just me. Just so you know, a couple other dudes are coming along for the ride on this one. So keep your eyes open.
It's CM Punk. CM Punk's coming.
Keep your guys keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, see what's going on, because I'm going to tell you it's big news coming from Rasslin Rage. But there's that, and don't forget, this week was Sabrina Kyle and Laurel Cassidy from the XBW show, as well as my conversation with Kid Bullet. This week, Shauna Reed versus Thunder Kitty LaFleur for the XBW match, and my interview with the 7 Mile Destroyer, Isaiah Bronner. Good stuff. Interesting fact. Real quick, I'll give this one away. Interesting fact about Isaiah Bronner, and I've said it before. It was Billy Gunn reached out to him on Twitter because he's seen a video of Isaiah Bronner playing football, and he reached out on Twitter when he was still at the Performance Center working for WWE. And that's the reason why Isaiah Bronner started wrestling.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you like that?
I couldn't imagine not being a wrestler and having a professional wrestler go, hey, you should be a wrestler.
Right.
And then just going, okay.
And he talks about it a little bit in that interview, so you're definitely going to want to check that out. Hey, I wish I had some AEW money. That'd be sweet, man. That'd be... Take over. What's that dude in the mask? What's his name that announced for AEW? Is that Generico? Or no, that's not El Generico. What's his name? I forget, but I could take his job.
I mean, if we get to listen to your voice and not see your face, that's a double win.
Listen to you.
I complimented your voice. What?
Oh, I don't have a voice. I do not have a voice. I can tell you that right now. But I mean, unless I get into the deepness and we start talking. But other than that, that's about it. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up. Like us on Facebook and Twitter and wherever on else I'm at. Instagram, yada, yada, yada. I know, ain't that? Excalibur, that's it. Yeah, and ouch. Yeah, see, thanks, Craig. Craig feels my pain. He feels my pain. Thank you, Craig. I love you, Craig. Thank you, my man. But definitely
Suck up.
Don't hate. Appreciate.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Well, listen, man, you can catch us back next week, Friday, 8 p.m., r2youtube.com. Hey, if you're catching us on Facebook, come on over to r2youtube.com. I forgot about that because they're getting confused over there. They think it's a live stream, but it's not. It's a replay of a live stream from YouTube. Oh, well.
Well, you got to watch it on YouTube because then you get to be in the chat. Because if you don't have the chat, it'd be kind of weird because of how often you make reference to the chat.
Right. Very good. Very good. Well, and you know what? If Facebook, hello, Carol Lee, how you doing? If Facebook didn't make it so stinking hard to multi-stream, then we'd be on Facebook Live too right now. But it's a pain in the neck to do multi-streaming with how I want to do it.
Right.
Because Facebook changed their stuff to a secure stream server or whatever it is. Instead of it being HTTP, it's HTTPS. So it's like, Pain
It
in
was
the neck.
being too nice to you, and that's why they had to change it.
Junk.
That's why your timeline. will
They
never
want
go
me to
back
pay
the way you
money.
want.
That's what they want. They want me to pay money, and I ain't paying them. They can eat a you know who,
Yep.
you know what, and the hana. That making up words as we go. All right, yeah. So that's it. Stay safe with all that hot weather. We'll definitely try to do that. You have yourself a good one down there in Philly or down in Pennsylvania, 'cause that's or over and down. But yeah. So thanks again, man. What is this? Is this 6 times? So you're still 2 behind.
I'm 2 behind, but that's because he just kind of shows up.
Well.
See, I need to just show up again.
He also-
I mean, I did it the one time.
He also outranks you, so
That's very true.
yeah, so he could do those things.
I mean, if I got too close to him,
He
could
was
beat me
even
up.
talking about he wants, you know how like the ring crew, you know how you guys are all labeled up now. You guys got color coding, all that stuff. He was talking about he wants me to make a manual, like a step-by-step process manual, like QS 9000 certified, like right down to the T of exactly how to fire everything up and how to get it working and how to do it, so that when I'm not doing the show, he can come here and start the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, when you were gone and when you were in Europe, we need to go. We need to go over there. Just need to break into his house. We'll break a window. We'll leave some money for the window to get repaired. We can just come in, do the show, have his phone go. Rasslin Rage is live. What do you mean Rasslin Rage is live?
What? Well, if it was 8 o'clock here, it was,
Right.
it's crazy.
But that's even better. You wouldn't have realized it until you woke up.
6 times. That's right, 6 times. All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for coming on. We're gonna probably head down to MPWA New Breed on the 3rd, but next week will be is last Friday of the month?
Last Friday of the month.
Oh,
next
that
week.
looks like it might be State of the Rage then, huh? Let me check it out first. Yeah, it's the State of the Rage, ladies and gentlemen. I had to find somebody to come on for that. State of the Rage. Maybe Master Weir will make it his 9th time. Danny Beals, he's not coming back till August, so man, he's way behind. He's like 952 behind or something like that.
Right.
He's kind of like a nomad. He's like,
But I mean, we're all
we'll
in
make
front
it
of
up.
Worth.
Oh yeah, he's got like one time.
Exactly.
One time.
As long as we've got someone where I can go, well, I mean, we're all better than him. One of these days, I'm going to say something. I'm going to see him at a wrestling show. He's just going to punch me. And I'll deserve it.
Oh, that's all right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Don't forget to look on Monday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. Going to be a good time, guys. I'm Cody. That's Josh, and we're out. As soon as I hit that button. Maybe not that button. That button?
That button.
That button!
Red Army. Vehicle City Villain Aaron Orion. Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.